Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey girl, hey. My name is Tamar, also known as Musings of a Curvy Lady, and welcome to the wonderful world of Musings, where we talk about fashion, style, beauty, and everything lovely. So if you're into all of those things, you're gonna wanna stick around. I'm someone who takes their hygiene very seriously. To me, it's just a way of life. You know, some people brush their teeth and walk out and live their lives. Me, I say that's not enough. I say that's a travesty, actually. So in today's video, I'm gonna share my highly requested, in-depth, foolproof oral care routine that will not only give you fresh breath, you will not have the Walking Dead walking out of your mouth, you will have pearly white teeth, and it's hygienist approved because every time I go to the dentist, which I actually have an appointment next week, I always have a clean bill of health. But listen, it wasn't always this way. You know, I once was a person who lacked proper oral care. So if I can make a whole 180 and change my life around, serve the Lord, and have beautiful, holy teeth, you can too. So if you're interested in seeing how I do everything to get this beautiful smile, please keep watching. Before we get started, of course, we have to go over house rules, yeah. I've been listening to a lot of Beyonce this week in mourning. I miss that horse lady. Look at that horse, look at that horse, look at that horse. I miss her. I need Act 3 yesterday. So house rules includes liking. Liking helps to boost this video, girl, and it helps the other girly pops who need to know how to do a proper oral care routine. They get the information, okay? And we comment because we are a community, we like to yap, and I love what's happening in the comment section. You guys are sharing your tips, you guys are asking questions, and I love it, keep it up. And of course, I need you to subscribe, duh, because I want you to be a part of the Musings of a Curvy Lady family, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss a Curvy Lady upload. Let me stop yapping, let's get into the video. Oh, by the way, I'm not a dental hygienist. I just know what works for me and what has worked for me for over 10 years. And that has given me, you know, a clean bill of health. And everywhere I go, people compliment me on my teeth. I take oral care very, very seriously. Some of y'all have bad breath after you brush your teeth. And it's one of those things that's so hard to tell someone. You know, you can offer a piece of gum, an Altoid, a Listerine strip, and some of y'all have the audacity to refuse. So if you want to have fresh breath that is not only going to last like immediately after you do the routine, but throughout the day, and it's gonna help improve your oral health. You know, I feel like we haven't actually been taught properly as a whole generation, as a whole human race. We go to the dentist when we're younger, they do their thing, they do the fluoride, they give us like a toothbrush little baggie, and they say like, keep brushing, floss, blah, blah, blah. But no one really tells you how to brush your teeth. They don't tell you the proper way and the routine, like the process, the steps to do it properly. And you kind of have to figure it out. I know I did. And my oral health journey really started in college when I didn't really take care of my teeth. So much so that I had to end up getting a root canal. And I had horrible oral care because one, I was lazy in college. I just like thought brushing my teeth. Sometimes I would floss. Like if there was like a visible piece of food in my teeth, I would floss. It just wasn't regular. It wasn't consistent. So my oral care reflected that. I would never wish oral pain on anyone in my life. It is so painful and it was expensive. I was a college student. I didn't really have great insurance and I ended up spending like $2,000, which is basically $1 billion when you're a college student. These are steps that your kids can do. Everyone can do these steps because guess what? Everyone has teeth. You don't want to be 18 years old with an empty, like a hole in your mouth when you smile. I want you to be able to not only maintain your oral health, but improve it. So if you're dealing with bloody gums, gingivitis, all those things can improve. And just like you would do a body care routine, you need to do an oral care routine. And guess what, y'all? I'm sorry, but we're looking at your teeth. We're looking and we're judging. We're not listening. We listen and we don't judge. Not here. I'm judging. And it's not even like it's inherently because I'm just like, you don't see that because I see it. strong, white, healthy gums. And all of that plays a role in your teeth. So many people think that your teeth are just there. They're living things. They can die. Okay, let's get into the routine. So this is when I'm waking up. Morning routine for my oral care. It's slightly different, but not very much. So when I wake up, you have dry mouth, your mouth is stinky because it's literally been shut, hopefully, while you're sleeping. And because of that, bacteria starts to build up. So when you are talking throughout the day and you're yapping around, you have saliva helping to like secrete things and the bacteria doesn't sit around. But when you're stagnant, not doing anything while you sleep, the bacteria builds. So that's why you have bad breath in the morning. After I say my morning prayers, okay, immediately what I do, some oil pulling mouth rinse. This is from Guru Nanda. This is a coconut oil in liquid form. It doesn't get solid. And this is what I squirt in my mouth, swish it around for at least 2 minutes, but I can do it up to 30, depending on how my morning is. I say 2 minutes because it's the least amount of time to get the minimal results, you know, if that's all you have in the morning. But sometimes I have a slow morning, I'm making my bed, I'm just like dilly-dallying around the house, and I could do it for 30 minutes. And that's the optimal amount of time because you really are pulling all that bacteria in your mouth. I've mentioned this in another video, how to swish. We're not cute swishing here, like, we are ugly swishing. We're going to work. To town. Every part of your oral mucosa, everything, your gums, the roof of your mouth, the sides, your cheeks, the insides of your cheeks, all of that should have touched the oil. Like the coconut oil should be all around your mouth. So you do that for the 2 to 30 minutes, right? You spit that out in the trash. It will clog your plumbing. So I don't need you to come back up here and ask me like, girl, my plumbing is, girl, get some Drano. And listen to me, spit it out in the trash, okay? After I do that, now is like a thing that I feel like so many people don't do, and that is to scrape your tongue. I like to scrape my tongue after I use the oil rinse because your mouth is nice and soft and everything is just like pliable and happy and you've already like loosened up all that stuff. So it's easy to just pull out. So I have this one. I got this from Amazon. Oh, by the way, everything that I share in today's routine will be linked down below if it is linkable. I do make a very small commission. Okay. There's nothing to write home about, but it does help support this channel and the free content that I produce that I say is benefiting people. You know, I'm just saying. So anyway, I take this tongue scraper and you want to remove all that white gunk that's living on your tongue. Some of you are just brushing that around. Don't brush that stuff around. This is all before you even brush your teeth. It's not the first step in your routine, it's the last step to kind of like finish it off. Brushing your teeth is actually like the garnish. All right, the garnish. I will never forget that word now. So you take the tongue scraper and this is how you're gonna do it. You basically go from the back of your tongue all the way down, get one big movement and get all that gunk off. And I rinse it off. Just thinking about that's gross. Then you just hit your sides. You want to make sure you get the entire tongue surface and you see all that stuff that's on your tongue. You were walking around, you were about to walk around with that, just brushed around. I'm telling you, I am doing the Lord's work. Some people, you know, do missionary tours. I do oral care routine tutorials, okay? This is my calling, this is my ministry. After we do that, we are not done. We're still not about to brush our teeth. The next thing that I like to do, I usually floss at night. I don't floss in the morning, but I will water floss. This is something that I say maybe it's not necessary, but isn't anything necessary? I don't know. To me, this is necessary. So this is a water pick. You fill up the chamber with water, and what I like to do to give it extra pizzazz and feel like so clean, I will put some concentrated mouthwash into the chamber so that I have like it's like a car wash, a super blast. You know when you go into the car wash, it starts to like hit you with the stream, that powerful stream of water. It's like basically power washing your house. That's what you're doing for your teeth. Prime example of what dentists tell you to do, but they don't show you how to do it. They're like, you should get a water flosser. Okay, you get it and you're like, okay, how do I use this? You know, this is how you're gonna use it. So as I don't have any water in here. Oh, maybe I do. You see how powerful that is, okay? This is strong. So you need to do this with a mouth closed, inside your mouth. But the important thing to do with this is that you're going to use it in a U method. So you're gonna hit your gum line. This is really to make sure you're blasting that gum line, because that is where the root of a lot of gum diseases, tooth issues happen. It's at the root, it's at the gum line. So this is going to just blast. And I'm gonna show you with my mouth open, but imagine you're doing this with your mouth closed. You're gonna make the U shape. You're hitting the front of the tooth, behind the tooth, and on your molars, the surface of the tooth, okay? So this is going to give you a minty, clean feeling, especially because you have the concentrated mouthwash in the chamber. You're gonna feel like you don't need to brush your teeth, but guess what? You are, okay? That's the next step. This is the concentrated mouthwash that I like to use. You can use regular mouthwash if you want, but this one from Guru Nanda, I just love everything from them. It's a concentrated mouthwash. It has natural essential oils in here. It's gonna elevate your water pick, water flossing experience. You're gonna feel so clean. When I tell you, if you do this routine, if you're having mouth pain, oral pain, anything like that, you're gonna see a difference in a week of doing this routine, morning and night, okay? So we've already water picked with the concentrated mouthwash, but sometimes I will go in with mouthwash before I actually brush my teeth. And this is actually what's recommended by a lot of hygienists, to use mouthwash before you brush your teeth. When you're in the dental hygienist chair, they use mouthwash like multiple times throughout the process, actually. They'll use mouthwash after they flossed you. They'll use mouthwash after they do their buffing. So mouthwash is kind of like a boost, kind of like an energy shot of like all the nice ingredients. And while your gum line is exposed and open, maybe after flossing, it gets into those areas to clean and take out all the debris, versus it being the last thing that you do, like it hasn't really done any, like it's not benefiting you. I don't know, do what you want. But this is what I do. I'll take this. This is the TheraBreath dentist formulated anti-cavity oral rinse. It fights bad breath for up to 24 hours. I feel like this one's the best. One, I don't like to use alcohol mouthwashes because the alcohol kills too much of the good bacteria that lives in your mouth. You have to be in the right pH, the right balance, because if you're too dry, then you'll have really bad breath, and then you can develop ulcers, oral issues, and you don't want that. Listerine, although it makes you feel good, like I remember I was so crazy about mouthwash when I was in college after I've had all these dental issues. I ended up burning my gum line because I let the Listerine in my mouth for too long, and I was like, no, I can't do this no more. So this one is alcohol free. It helps to rebuild your teeth. So if you have a weakened enamel, this is really good to use. These are gonna be a little bit more pricier than your normal, but I feel like you get what you pay for when it comes to oral care products, not everything, it needs to be super expensive, but some things you're like, yeah, I need to put an extra budget in my oral care routine. So this is before brushing. So finally, we are brushing our teeth. Now, I prefer to use an electric toothbrush. Use what you have. Sometimes I'll use a hand one if I just feel like it. I get so many sent to me when I order my Guru Nanda. They always send you a manual toothbrush, but I prefer my electric. Now this toothbrush, I can't tell you where I got it from, but it was during the pandemic, and I love it so much. It's like a whole setup. This is my toothbrush, and what I love about it is that it has a built-in sanitizer for the head. I forgot where I bought this from. Man, it's been so long. I don't even think the company is around anymore. I think they're but it was that company that always sold the face cleansers during the pandemic. I can see their commercials. Everybody on YouTube was using it. What was the name of that company? Let me see. Vanity Planet. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Oh, it's still available. Amazing. Oh yeah, and they have cute, oh, I'm gonna need a new, look how cute these are. Look how cute that toothbrush situation is. Okay, I need to upgrade. But yes, I got it from Vanity Planet. That's the name of that brand. I was like, what is the name? Everybody was talking about Vanity Planet during the pandemic, those facial cleansing tools. I get it for this. This is amazing. They were out of stock for the longest time for the rechargeable heads, but this has this little door here where you can put your toothbrush heads, and it literally has a UV light when you close it, and it sanitizes the heads for like 10 minutes. You know it's a clean toothbrush head every single time that you brush your teeth. I like it also because it is built in to make sure that you're brushing your teeth for at least 2 minutes, because some of y'all are just doing and like leaving. No, it's 2 minutes. And if you need to sing the happy birthday song, or if you need to sing your ABCs, or if you need to sing the thong song, I don't care. You need to brush your teeth for 2 minutes, and you're brushing your teeth and your gum line. That's another thing that I feel like dentists don't really teach you. They say brush your teeth, but it's really brushing your gum line. You need to make sure it's angled so that you are hitting that gum line and you're hitting the sides of your teeth, the surface of your teeth, and the inside of your teeth. And a lot of common areas where that's so Raven. I'm thinking back because I see people's tartar buildup. You're not flossing, you're not brushing your teeth properly. You need to be getting those areas that are usually missed. The inside of your bottom row, please, when you go to the dentist and they do the cleaning and they're going in like they're digging for gold because there's so much tartar buildup there, you're not brushing your teeth properly and not long enough. So do the 2 minutes, 30 seconds on each quadrant. You kind of split your mouth into 4 quadrants, 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 2 minutes, you're done. Then the roof of your mouth, the roof of your mouth is on fire because you don't brush it. Remix. You guys need to brush the roof of your mouth. You need the sides of your cheek. Y'all thinking brushing your teeth is just the teeth. And that's why you have the Walking Dead living in your mouth. Okay, I want better for you. This is what you're gonna do. Just quickly, I'm not telling you to brush, like have a little bit of context, discernment here. Do not scrub to the point that the inside of your mouth, your mucosa is irritated, but just like gentle, brushing, okay? Then what I like to do is rinse out my toothbrush, put more toothpaste on, then just do my tongue. It's kind of like the body care routine, like not taking the old lather from your armpits and then taking it to wash your butt. Rinse out your brush, apply more toothpaste, and just do your tongue. Dentists will say, just spit out and go about your business and not rinse out with water, because the active ingredients of the toothpaste will be able to do its thing on your gum line, your teeth. But me, I can't do that. I need to rinse my mouth. I need to rinse my mouth again. So you have the option. You can rinse it out with mouthwash and that's it. Or do both. Water, I always do water, and then I'll do a little bit of mouthwash. Now I forgot to mention my toothpaste of choice. I am and forever will be a Sensodyne girly, forever and ever. Just like Black women, I will love this to infinity, to infinity, okay? I'm a sensitive teeth girly, but this helps you. I used to not be able to like drink cold drinks, like my teeth would be like in pain. But since doing this routine, I can eat ice with my front teeth. I don't do it because I think that's crazy, and you're probably a serial killer, maybe, or eating ice cream with your front teeth. That is diabolical, but that's a flex. If you can do that, you have a healthy enamel, okay? And it shows, okay? It's telling. So yeah, any Sensodyne, I love. That is the AM oral care routine. Now, the only difference between the morning and the night is flossing for me. I always do oil pulling, morning and night. Oil pull, scrape my tongue, then I will floss my teeth. And I like to use this floss from Boca. This is the same brand as my tongue scraper. Now this is a coated in vegetable oil mint floss. It's kind of like rope. Did you know floss is like the normal floss, even the floss that we get in our goodie bags at the dental office, it's like coated with Teflon. Ew. Glide, I used to use Glide religiously, but Glide is coated with Teflon. It's not good. And we're like using that every day and like going into our gums, our mouths. It's a high area to absorb things. In the medical field, we can give things orally, sublingually, because the mouth can absorb things very quickly. Now, do I want Teflon to be absorbed in my gum line? No. So I switched over during the pandemic. I was just into finding new things during that time. I've been using this for about like 3 years and I really like it. Another brand that I like is the Cocoa Floss. That's what it is. I'll leave everything linked down below. But I like Boca because it doesn't get stuck in my teeth either. I feel so clean even before brushing my teeth just from flossing. It's like literally cleaning your teeth. And the way that you properly floss, you guys are not flossing the right way, I don't think either. You guys need to get underneath the gum line. C method. We did the U method to water floss. The C method is how we actually floss with traditional floss. We're getting under each tooth, front, side, every angle of the tooth needs to be hit with the floss. And I'm not saying you need to be like, quickly underneath, just like at the dental office. They're not there, like they literally floss. It takes like 20 seconds, if that. That's why you should be doing it. Do not skip. If you are doing everything in your body care routine and you're not flossing, shame, shame.
A sinner comes before you.
I wouldn't throw feces at you. That's gross. But yeah, I'm definitely saying shame because you could take 20 seconds to floss your teeth. It's 20 seconds that is going to be such a game changer in your oral care routine. It's crazy that people are just walking around with years of food and particles. I'm saying this now as a person who used to not floss regularly, okay? You can change your ways and it will make a difference. Like, look at my teeth. I haven't had crazy dental work after that root canal. It's just consistency. It's like a car. If you continue up with your oil changes, your tune-ups, tire rotations, your car is gonna last you a long time. You only get one set of teeth. And I wanna keep all of my teeth as long as I can. And that really is a flex. There's so many people walking around with a hole in their mouth because like they care more about a new dress, a new outfit, some new hair than their oral care routine and the priorities, babe. They're not prioritizing. I need you to care about your oral care. It's the first thing that people see. Like when you smile, that's the first thing people notice. I'm telling you. That's the nighttime routine. So the only thing I do differently, I'm flossing, okay? 20 seconds, y'all, please do that. So if you are struggling still with tartar buildup, and sometimes like I'm in the mirror and I look crazy. If I see anything, I even own, I don't know what I'm doing with it because I'm not a professional, but I have like this little dental kit that has like all the things like the hygienists use. And I will literally scrape the gum line if I notice any buildup for any reason. If maybe I'm having a depressive week. Listen, I get it. When you're depressed, when you're not feeling it, you don't want to brush your teeth. It's like simple things like bathing yourself, taking care of yourself. And sometimes I'm gonna be honest, like if I'm depressed, I will just do something, if anything, you know? So, but if I do that like more than 2 nights in a row, if I'm that depressed, like if I'm in it like that, I will go in with this. I found this off the TikTok shop. If I can find it somewhere else, I will let you know. But it's a hygienist cleaning tool, but you're not gonna hurt yourself with it because it only vibrates and works when it's touching your gum line. It doesn't do any, so I'm gonna show you real quick. Put it on normal. So it's on. It won't hurt you. It doesn't start working until it's on your teeth. You're not gonna get any bleeding or anything like that. So I highly recommend this. Whatever your reasons that you can get into the dentist, whether it's financial, you're scared, whatever, get this. Obviously, I'm always gonna recommend going to a professional, but there are legit reasons why people are afraid of the dentist. When they tell you you need to do like a deep cleaning, that is scary as heck. I remember telling someone, like I really was encouraging them to go to the dentist, but they were so scared of what was gonna be told to them, how much it was gonna cost, and I get it. So if this is a tool that you can use until you can get in, please try it. I'm gonna try to find it linked and leave it down below, but I feel like it's a game changer and can help with breaking up that tartar if you have years and years, like if you haven't been to the dentist in a while and all that stuff is like hardened on your gum line, it's gonna take a while before, it's all removed. Now, if you're a girly pop that clenches, grinds, because we're stressed, even in our beauty rest, in our beauty sleep, we are stressed, we are thinking, we are clenching, okay, that requires a mouth guard. Or if you're doing any type of Invisalign or anything like that, if you wear trays, this is what you're gonna use. I wear retainers every night. I was dealing with clenching so bad that it was affecting the spacing, like my actual smile. I always had like some little gaps in my teeth, but I started having like more gaps and was like more food would get lodged in my teeth when I would eat. That was then affecting my cleaning and everything like that. So I did Motto Align last year. My teeth, my spacing wasn't that bad, so it only took like, I think 4 months to correct everything. And I love it. Like it really, those little tiny spaces, closing them up really did something for my smile. And it also helped with my clenching, being able to wear a guard every night. So I wear my retainer so I can retain the results of my Motto Clear Invisalign. It's like a cheaper version of Invisalign, and I did that through Aspen Dental. It was a collaboration, like it was a paid campaign, but the whole reason I found out about it is that they came to my city and they invited a bunch of influencers to like learn about it. And I was like so stoked about it. I was sitting next to like one of the vice presidents, like a really big guy in the company. And I told him, he's like, you have really nice teeth. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm dealing with clenching and I have these spacing. And he's like, oh, in a month that will be gone. You just need to do some clear aligner. That's not a big fix. And I will recommend Motto. It's like half the price of Invisalign and it's the same thing. And it's done at a doctor's office. So you have the dentist, a dental professional doing everything. I know there's so many like at home versions of that where you like do your impressions and there's always a risk of, you know, it not being exactly correct. With Motto, they take like a 3D image of your mouth and your teeth. They're able to show you what your teeth will look like after the treatment. It's amazing. I can't say enough things about it. So anyway, I wear a retainer every single night. And I bought this off of Amazon. I've used different ones throughout the years, but this one's my favorite. This is a sonic cleaner. I will fill this with water, dump my retainers in, and I also will use a retainer cleansing tablet. And the sonic vibrations of the cleansing device help to break off the debris that will build up on your retainers. Because a lot of the times people will use retainers, they use a toothbrush to clean it. Some of the toothbrush bristles can cause cracks in your retainer, and that will leave bacteria to live in there. Bacteria now is sitting on your tooth and gum line overnight for how long, and it can cause a result of like bacterial like infections in your mouth, other oral issues. I use this morning and night. I dump my retainers in here. I bought this I bought this big box of retainer cleaning tablets from Amazon. I just have this. I always keep it around. It comes like this. You just tear off a tablet, you drop it in the water, it fizzes up, it cleanses, and a lot of people will just do that. But I think I love the sonic vibrations of this cleanser to physically take the bacteria and debris off the retainer. So I know I'm using a fresh, clean retainer every single night. But Tamar, your teeth are so white. How do I get your teeth to look like that? Listen, I'm telling you, if you do the oral care routine regularly, your teeth are gonna be whiter, like just automatic. I'll whiten my teeth for special occasions. I've never gotten them professionally whitened, although I am very interested in that. This alone has kept my smile whiter and brighter. It's just, I use this every day, twice a day. So this is going to make your teeth brighter. But when I do want to have a more profound brightening, whitening effect, I will use whitening strips, but I only like to use ones that are for sensitive teeth because I'm a sensitive tooth girly, and it's not gonna like give me that awful, like certain crest strips, they're too strong, like they're too intense. They will literally, the foam from the peroxide, whatever, it will get on my gum line and it causes that white irritation. I don't like that. I don't like that. But I found this off of Amazon. I am obsessed. This is from Lumino. So these are the best whitening strips I have found on the market. I've used the Guru Nanda ones. Those are pretty good too, but I love this. It leaves your teeth whiter and brighter without sensitivity. You can literally drink water, drink anything while you're using these, and they're great. I love them so much. So you get 42 strips, 21 treatments in this box. They're usually on sale during Amazon Prime. So I usually will pick up a couple, so I have enough for the year. But you literally get so much in here. Literally on my last strip. Oh no, I have 2, yay. Yeah, so these are the strips. You get an upper, you get a lower. It's really great when I'm doing my glam. So I'll put them on before I start doing my makeup. And by the time I'm done doing my makeup, it's time to take them off. And I have a brighter smile, which always makes your makeup look better when you have a whiter eyes and whiter teeth. It just does. Yeah, literally 30 minutes. 30 minutes to whiter teeth. These are the best. These are the best. I love them so much. So I'll put my strips on and then I'll keep them more secure by putting my retainers on so I don't have to feel the strip on my teeth, and it allows me to make sure I don't touch it, I don't mess with it. I don't like that feeling when it gets into your saliva and you accidentally swallow it. I don't like that. This is like such a great tip if you have retainers or mouth trays or anything like that, to put them on top of the strip so you have like the best experience. And then you just take them off and then you throw them in the trash and you have a bright white smile. You guys, like, it really is that simple. People are like, this is like a 20-step routine. Listen, oral health is wealth. You don't realize what you have until it's gone, including your health. Every day we wake up fine. We wake up and you don't realize something is wrong until it hurts or something's bothering you and you take it for granted. Don't take your teeth for granted. You only get 1 pair if you're lucky, okay? And I feel like if you do this consistently, not only are you going to have improved like breath, which is obviously great to have, but ultimately you're gonna have a better oral health in life. And that's what I want for people, not just a quick fix, like bright teeth, like piece of gum. No, I want you to have these hygiene tips that you can use in your life, teach other people, teach your children, teach your teenagers, teach your husband, so that when you're kissing him, it's enjoyable and you don't wanna just vomit in his mouth and then he vomits in your mouth and then there's a big vomit mess. When you see me, it matches up with, if you're around me, the scent. My mouth, my hair, my fragrance, everything about me is gonna be on point. It's gonna reflect, because it makes no sense if you got an Armani suit, a Gucci suit, Gucci heels, hair laid, and your breath stank. Priorities, priorities. If you made it this far, I'm so excited for you. I'm excited for your new oral care routine. And honestly, thank you for watching. And this might not be a subject that is taught or talked about, and it's hard to like relay if you like have bad breath, but this is something that hopefully you can find resourceful and then you can watch over and over again so that it becomes practice and routine for you, because it takes about 21 days, like 3 weeks for a habit to become like routine in your life. So don't feel bad if you forgot something. Guess what? YouTube is forever, hopefully. So you can always refer back to this video, but let me know what other hygiene videos you would like to see from me. I have a ton of different routines and it's so nice to share these because it makes me feel like I'm not alone. Like, we care about these things. I am not the only one. But before I go, just a little reminder of house rules. Please like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss a Curvy Lady upload. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.